Good day friends, I am Dr. Shweta Goyal and I am another topic in power lecture series is triggering method of SCR. There are basically two types of triggering method, register triggering and register capacitor triggering. We will explain both here. So, first of all, this is register triggering method where we use register to trigger the SCR. They are basically half cycle anode this is for half cycle. So there use load, SCR, variable resistor, minimum resistor, and a diode, and one is RB. Okay, so when SCR is on, the load will the circuit AC supply will flow like this, and we get the load. Okay, this one. So a resistor is used. So I will explain all the component here. Why we use this? A switch is used to open this circuit, or if it is closed, this circuit will be closed. So in a half cycle, in a positive half cycle, where anode is positive with respect to cathode, like this, positive and negative, and in negative half cycle, anode is negative with respect to cathode because their supply is AC supply. So if we provide enough gate current, to the cathode, SCR will turn on. I have explained in earlier why we use a gate triggering for or turn on the SCR. So here, SCR is off, current will not flow. If SCR is off, current will not flow in a circuit. If gate current increase, SCR will be triggered directly to the high current. If gate current increase, SCR will be triggered directly to the high gate current. So then SCR will be damaged. So R minimum is used to minimize the gate current. There, minimize the gate current. So enough value will be delivered to the gate current. So to limit the gate current, R minimum should be less than equal to V maximum upon maximum gate current. This is okay. The value should be this. And RB is used to stabilize gate resistance. RB is used to stabilize gate resistance. This value should be R minimum less than equal to R plus R minimum VGM, maximum gate voltage, upon maximum voltage upon maximum gate voltage. This will be RB should be this, where R plus R minimum VGM upon VM minus VGM. VGM is maximum gate voltage. If you are not able to see here, you can see here. Okay, so this is, you can see here. Now R resistor, variable resistor is used to give the firing angle, of this one, SCR. If firing angle decrease, resistance will be increased. Okay, variable resistor will be increased to decrease the firing angle. So here is the waveform. You can see there waveform. As an input, this is input AC supply. Let's suppose firing angle is this. So load voltage will be after firing angle. Okay, and SCR voltage will be when load voltage, when we get load voltage, SCR will be on. So if SCR on, we are not able to get the VSCR. So this gate, this is for negative and this will. So this is the waveform for register triggering method of SCR. If firing angle is this, so if firing angle will be this, we are able to get load voltage like this. So it depends on firing angle, and firing angle depends on variable resistance. So this is a waveform for register triggering SCR. When SCR on, voltage across SCR is 0. So voltage across SCR is 0. We are able to get the load voltage. This one. So this is a waveform for register triggering. Next is resistor capacitor triggering, where we used to trigger the SCR, resistor and capacitor. Basically, basic of resistor triggering, full and half wave as RC triggering, working of RC triggering and waveform. These the component for resistor capacitor triggering. Basically, resistor capacitor triggering, where resistor and capacitor use in series. Okay. So capacitor is charged with respect to resistor and discharged with respect to resistor. The time constant for charging and discharging is RC. Basically, capacitor and time constant for charging the capacitor is RC, and time constant discharge similarly is this for discharging the capacitor. So this is the basic of RC triggering. So here is the circuit for half wave RC triggering. You can see here where load is used, RC used, and diode D1, D2 is used, and thyristor is there. So if positive half cycle is there, for when positive half cycle is there, the capacitor starts to charge like this, the polarity will be like this. This will give the positive wave to D1 and thyristor will be on. Okay, so D1 through to diode. So thyristor T1 on through to diode D1. After negative, for a negative half cycle, capacitor start to discharge, because this negative, this positive, capacitor will be like this. So for diode D1, capacitor will be give as a negative voltage. So D1 of this diode will be like this. This diode will be like this. So if this for negative half cycle, this will be negative bias and this diode D2 will be forward bias. So current will flow like this. Okay. So we are able to get the negative thyristor voltage. So here is the waveform for negative half cycle. For negative, first of all, for negative half cycle, the capacitor will be charged like negative positive. Thyristor D1 will be negative bias and D2 will be forward bias. So current will be flow like this, or we are not able to get the voltage. Or for positive half cycle, this polarity will be like this. The thyristor D2 will be negative bias, D1 will be forward bias, thyristor on, or we are able to get the voltage like this. So this is input voltage AC supply, and this dot is charging and discharging of capacitor VC. So in a negative half cycle, VC will goes to the minus Vm. How maximum Vm is goes to minus Vm. Then it starts to negative discharge through D2. then it will goes when it discharge fully, it starts to charging in a forward bias. When it starts charging, it like to discharge. So we get output where the firing angle is given to the thyristor. So we get output like this, and thyristor voltage will be when the thyristor is on, this firing angle. It depends on this firing angle. If we decrease the resistance value, this one, the firing angle will be decreased. Like if the firing angle is there, we are able to get the value like if firing angle is there, we are able to get like this, and the thyristor voltage will be like this. This is for high resistance. If a resistor increase, high voltage will be increase. So this depends on firing angle. So this is for half wave RC triggering. This is the circuit for full wave RC triggering. Here is D1, D2, D3, D4. Vm is input voltage. Resistor triggering. This is R for the firing angle. C capacitor, and this one thyristor, and this is a load. So this is a waveform for RC triggering. Input voltage AC and VD. This diode voltage. This is a full wave rectifier. So this convert into variable full wave DC. So for the positive and negative. So this is for rectifier circuit. So I should not explain this, how it becomes positive, how it become VD. So V0. It is a capacitor charging and discharging position. So V0 will be depend on firing angle, where capacitor starts discharging through the thyristor for positive half cycle and for negative half cycle. So you can see there, for positive half cycle D1 and D2 work, and negative half cycle D3 and D4 work. Okay. So we get output through the firing angle. If firing angle decrease, output will be increase. And this is thyristor voltage. When we get firing angle and thyristor is on, we are not able to get thyristor voltage. When we get output, we are not able to get the thyristor voltage. It depends on firing angle how we get the output. So if R decrease, RC decrease, time constant decrease, the firing angle decrease. So if we increase the firing angle, if we want to increase the firing angle, we should increase the resistor, because this is a variable resistor. We are able to increase or decrease the resistor. So friend, this is the basic of RC triggering and R and RC triggering, and this is a waveform for this. If you have any query regarding this, you can comment me in a comment box. I will explain there. Please subscribe my channel for another power electronics and electrical video. I will upload as soon as possible. Please stay safe. Thank you.